video. If you're new, you might not know. My name's Emma. I'm an illustrator based in Sheffield and these are my daily-ish vlogs. And today I am housebound. If you've watched before, you'll know I'm getting some building work done, which on the one hand is really nice because it means our bathroom hopefully shouldn't be so cold in the winter. But on the other hand, it means there's a lot of mess and chaos, and I was already feeling slightly chaotic. In another video, if you've watched before, you'll know I've realised that summer isn't my season to work, but I feel like I probably should. So in the summer, I feel a bit chaotic when it comes to studio work and work times in general. And then with the building work on top, my brain's feeling a bit frazzled, and with other stuff that life throws at you as well. I don't know really whether I'm on my head or my feet. With that in mind, there are a few things that I really want to get done today as well as need to get done today. The first is filming a sketchbook tour. I need to locate all of my August sketchbooks. That is not one of them. Oh, yes it is, that's the first one. So July to August. So I need to locate all of those, film a sketchbook tour for my patrons. If you don't know, over on Patreon, I have a little club, I suppose you could call it, where every month anyone who's on a paid tier, and my tier start at £1, you get access to sketchbook tours, monthly downloads that you can put on your phone, you can print out like note sheets and calendars and stuff. Hang on, I need to tie my hair up. I put my hair down because I thought it looked nicer with this jumper, but I'm just too hot. So yeah, you get monthly downloads, and also the biggest thing about it is that we get one day a month where we get to meet up on Zoom and practice drawing. So it's a really nice little community over there. I'll pop the links all in the video description. But I need to film my sketchbook tour for my August sketches because it's September now, and I really should locate all of those sketchbooks. Can't decide what to wear today. I really wanted to wear something cosy, and I love this jumper. I got it in a charity shop ages ago for like £1. I can't wait until it's autumn properly. I don't know if it's just because this room's dead up, but I keep going hot and cold. I don't want to wear a vest. I want to keep wearing this jumper. So you have to put up with my sweaty face for a little while. Another thing that I want to start doing is applying to agents. I've took my foot off the gas with that for a little while. I think it might be partly because, like I was saying before, I don't really work very well in the summer. My brain kind of stops working, so that's my natural season, I think, to take my foot off the accelerator and take stock, have a little break. But at the beginning of the year, I kind of had planned to have already approached agents and trying to get my foot in the door with traditional publishing. I've already self-published a children's book, but I'd really like to start getting into traditional publishing, just because when you sell stuff yourself, and this is from me who's got a small business, who has sales channels, not just my own, but you know, I sell in other shops as well. But it's just difficult to be everything that you need in a successful book distribution. So not just the author, not just the illustrator, you need to be the publicist, you need to be the marketer, you need to be the accountant, all of the things. It's just hard to do as one person. And you just don't have the reach, really, unless you dedicate your whole life to this one book, which I've got other things that I want to do. So I'd like to get into traditional publishing. I've done a few courses on it. I have got a lot of knowledge. I've got some book ideas. I've been working on my portfolio. There's nothing stopping me, really. So that's what I'm going to start today. I don't really know how to approach it. My idea has been to go on the dreaded Instagram and go and see who some of my favourite authors are represented by, see the kind of books and the kind of thing that they represent, and see how to approach them. You don't need an agent to work in children's illustration and book publishing, but it's an easier access into the industry. A lot of publishers won't take unsolicited manuscripts. A lot of them only work through agents, which is why I think it might be worth my while. So that's one plan today. So I don't know how far down that route I'll get, but maybe it'll just be getting a notepad out, going through Instagram, seeing who represents who, whether they look like, you know, the real deal, or, you know, do they align with my values, and really do a bit of starting the groundwork in terms of who I would like to represent me, because it's got to be a partnership that works for both people. I don't want to be represented by someone who is like pro generative AI and all, you know, like I want to make sure that it's a good fit. So I'm not just looking for anybody at the expense of my values. When I work on anything, there's got to be that balance between, yes, it's a good opportunity, yes, I might get paid, yes, all of this stuff, but it's a no if it makes me feel a bit icky. And I think that's a good rule of thumb in business. So I'm going to try and find someone who doesn't give me the ick, basically, and makes me feel like our values are aligned. So with that in mind, I'm going to keep that mindset when I am looking for the kind of agents and people who are looking for someone to represent. So that's that. Let's get started anyway. I also want to do, I always have these big plans. I have big plans and I do like a million things. I did want to maybe work on a few more things for my portfolio, but that, I think I've got enough up there now that people have got an idea of my style and what I'm about. I could always be doing new stuff and I could always be putting new things up there, but at some point to get something done, you've just got to do it. You can't wait for something to be perfect. Sometimes you just got to put your first rubbish version out there and build on it. So rather than faffing around with that, actually, I think I'll just do those two things, and then I can always add something on another day. We can always do that. So first I'm going to locate my sketchbooks and let's film a sketchbook tour. While I was waiting for that to upload, I went on Instagram and also did a little internet search about literary agents. I'm pretty sure a lot of my favourite illustrators used to put in their bios on Instagram, like who they were represented by, but I can't find anyone that discloses that information. I might be wrong. If you know of some good UK literary agents or even US literary agents, let me know. And you might be wondering why I'm looking for literary agents rather than illustration agents. And from all my research and all my courses and things, apparently the commissions are more favourable from literary agents as opposed to illustration agents. So because I am a person who illustrates books as well as writing them, so my stories are my idea, I'm not looking for someone who needs an illustrator. I have stories and illustrations to go, ready to go. So when you write as well as illustrate, you can take advantage of the literary agent's fees, which are a little bit more favourable from my point of view. Obviously, it will depend on the individual agents themselves. You've always got to have a negotiation in your contracts and make sure that it's, you know, favourable for you. Everyone will differ, depending also on the experience and their contacts that they can bring to you. So there's definitely options out there. I found a few websites that gave me a starting place, and I will probably start working through those. It's Friday now, so I'll probably start working through those on Monday. But at least I've got a starting point now, and I've got a clear view of what I want to achieve with this. So I've been spending a long time getting my portfolio actually ready, which, like I was saying before, is it ever ready? Are you ever really ready 100% to do anything? So it's as ready as it is at the moment. I've worked on it a little bit, getting more finished illustrations in there, trying to get a more cohesive style. I feel like the last year and 8 months, I think I've been consolidating my illustration style. Not that I've been trying to, but I've been putting a lot more effort into getting some personal development done. So I've been putting a lot more effort into not worrying about what other people think, not worrying about what I'm posting up on Instagram and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. I've been focusing on me. So I've been paying for courses, I've been sketching every day. Well, not every day, but like most days I've been sketching. I've been doing time sketching, so I'm getting more sketching done and I'm getting less bothered about things being brilliant. I'm more interested in the actual process rather than the end result. And I think that's given me a lot of confidence when it does come to my final pieces, final pieces for my portfolio and stuff. It's given me a lot more confidence to know who I am. And because I've done so much sketching, especially time sketching, where, you know, it tends to be quick sketches that are scribbly and messy. I've seen my own handwriting version of my drawing so many times now that I know that when I come to do a more finished piece, a final piece, what I am drawing is my style, because I've seen it so many times. I've seen it almost every day in my sketchbooks. That I feel like I've got a confidence now that I couldn't bring to my portfolio before. So even though a portfolio is never finished, it's always a work in progress, I feel like I've got to a place now where what I've got on my website represents what I do, or thereabouts. So yeah, I've got a clear kind of course of action. I can start emailing people. I feel like I can send them what I've got and not feel like it misrepresents who I am now. So that's going to be what I'm going to do soon. My patrons will know because I did a post on there the other day. They were taking the coal mortar off. Did I mention this in a video? I don't think I did. So I'd been to Mum's visiting, staying near to my brother. So we went to stay with her for the day while they were doing all this messy work. They'd been taping up the door. So the first day they taped the door up, no dust came through. It was amazing. I thought, brilliant. We can fairly rely on this system. Went to Mum's, very smug, to use her shower. We got back that evening, I thought, with plenty of time to edit some videos and make a new video, tour what's been going on. And we came back and they'd been taking all of the old ceiling out in there. And in these old houses, it's coal mortar everywhere on the walls. They've got random coal mortar on the lath and plaster ceilings. And apparently it was a massive job when we talked to them the next day. Apparently it was inches deep on their floor. But where they'd been doing all of that work, it had found its way in under the skirting board. And the floor was black with coal mortar. The tops were black with coal mortar. And the most fun thing about coal mortar is that when you try to clean it with anything that's liquid, it just turns to a black sludge. So we've got a vacuum cleaner that we bought a while ago, which Andy sometimes used for his electrical work, which is, it's got like a HEPA filter. So we had to vacuum all of that at like 9, 10 o'clock in the evening. Get down, please. Well, this is why I didn't want you on there. It's covering all of the biscuit sins. Get down. Good boy. He's so good. So like 8, 9, 10 at night, between 8 and 10, we were vacuuming our poor neighbours. They'd been putting up with building work all day, and then I came home and vacuumed everything. I couldn't do it any other way. I tried to sweep, but it was just creating little dust clouds of black dust everywhere. It's so fine, coal mortar dust. So I vacuumed all that, had to clean that. By the time I'd finished all of that, it was 10 o'clock, and I am not joking, dripping. So my lovely smug feeling of going out the house while all the messy work was doing and having a shower was completely undermined by the fact that I needed to have another wash in a bucket and undo all of that good work. But I mean, that's done. It's not so messy today. I'm going to have a little clean up before I have my dinner, just for peace of mind, because it's the weekend now. It's going to be 2 days when they're not here. So that is a good reason to have a tidy. I was just looking to see if those walls look dirty. I think it's just the light coming through the window, but they are probably dirty as well. Let me show you where they are at. We've got a new ceiling. All mod cons. We've got a toilet. And they've given us a new ceiling in here as well. Slightly different levels, but it works. You can see where the ceiling used to go in here. It was that line there, which is it's a big difference from the bathroom ceiling, which was the same level. So immediately makes this room feel huge. So it looks like they've been just filling in some gaps here as well with some mortar, which is nice. They've managed to take this wall back quite a long way. I'm going to open this window actually because it still feels dusty. And yeah, progress is being made. I know it doesn't look like it, but this is what's going on there. And that's that. I'm going to get out of here now and I'm going to do some cleaning. Then let's have some dinner and I'll tell you my exciting bike news. Pyjamas have been donned. Yeah, exciting bike news is tomorrow I can go and pick it up. Woohoo! It's been like over 2 weeks now since since I went and ordered it, and they've had trouble getting it from the manufacturer, if you're bothered about the reason. But tomorrow I'm going to drive to Nottingham. I think it's Nottingham. I'm going to have to check to go and pick it up, and a future of bike adventures together awaits. So I hope you're truly excited about that. I am going to go and eat this dinner now, and I will catch you hopefully in the next one. So until then, bye.